Sleepy puppy. Oh, I can't zoom in on this. Sleepy puppy. Look at it. So that's like Langdon's. Oh, I got out. That's like Langdon's favorite spot. Is like literally sitting on the windowsill. Like if I'm just like laying on the couch, he'll just hop up there like a cat and just chill there. So I said I was gonna do vlogs again. Please ignore those bottles. I swear I'm not a drunk. Those are like, that's like maybe one bottle a month. Okay, matter of fact, let's go over there really quick. I just stored these up here because I'm a frat boy. I'm kidding. I just didn't feel like throwing them away, so I was just like, I'm gonna go full like college, like full CMU apartment life, and just put bottles, you know, above the cover. But this isn't just like, this isn't from like this week. Like some of these bottles are almost like a year and maybe a year and a half old. Like this is like I said, a bottle a month. So I don't have a problem. We rehearsed for the Arts Beats and Eats gig, which I'm also going to document on the vlog. So that's going to be exciting. I'm going to take you all backstage and show you how I prepare for my performances, and maybe get some video like in the background, like during the performance or something. We'll see. I'm going to go to Coney Island and grab like some chili cheese fries or something. And then I'm gonna go to Starbucks or Avalon Bakery, one of them, and do some reading. I've noticed that I need to kind of like isolate myself to get reading done. And I've been reading Simon versus the Homo Sapien Agenda, I think is the name of the book, but the movie is Love Simon. I've actually seen the movie, but I just started reading the book. It's hilarious. Like, I implore all of you to read that book. It is like so freaking hilarious. Like I'll be laying in bed cackling. I'm like Harry Mo Jr. I'm gonna keep it 100 flat out. As there's wine bottles in the background. The only performances that I've done this big, most of them have been with groups. Like the last time I performed at Arts Beats and Eats, I was with Mosaic Youth Theater of Detroit. So I was with a choir of at least 10, 15, maybe 20, 30 other people. And then I've done things like I did Vin's, Motor City Singer Space. I performed at a cabaret at the Ringwall. I don't know how to like hold a mic. Like, what do I do? So what I've been doing, which I'm told a lot of artists do when they're young, is I'm studying sort of stage mannerisms from some of my favorite artists. So I just watched a couple of Josh Groban videos, and I'm watching Harry Styles performing Sweet Creature somewhere in London for some TV show. I'm watching a lot of like acoustic performances to see what do you do on stage during an acoustic performance? Why are you, well, also I'm not holding the right mic, but that's not, even with the regular dynamic mic, that doesn't really come. Oh, it's around the thingy. It's like this. It looks weird from this angle, me looking at the camera, but looking at him, it looks natural. Maybe it would look better if the camera was at the phone on the TV. Is that why she got that big ass selfie stick? Who let her into the studio? Sweet creature, sweet creature, wherever I go, you bring me home. Sweet creature, sweet creature, round, 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 you bring me home. You bring me home. It's kind of like, ooh, okay, it doesn't look that bad now. it looks kind of natural. When I had the camera sitting down there, I was kind of looking down, and I'm like, I look like a whole goof nut. Just like 1 2 step, 1 2 step. It still looks weird. I don't have any. Maybe if I sit it on the toast, if I sit y'all on the toaster, is that no? I could just put the camera on a tripod. That would honestly, that would be it. This is kind of it. I hope this ain't people's angle, because I don't know how high the stage is. But I guess the stage will be farther, so I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know nothing. I ain't never done nothing like this. Like, listen, Miss Stage Manager lady, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. I've done gigs before, but this is my first time doing, usually I just walk on stage and there's a mic. I stand there like this and sing, and then I leave. Peace, and I go home. This is my first time I have to talk and be entertaining, and I'm like, huh? What? I can't just get up there and sing songs? Say, all right, this next one is this. This next one is this. Thank y'all, this is the last song. Like, this whole cracking jokes and being witty, like, no. No, ma'am. So, very just like this, rock and sway. I know that sometimes they'll do this. Maybe if it's like a, you're feeling the song. And then like this. I know Joshua loves to do this. Even if the mic is like out of the stand, he'll hold it like this. I wish I had a regular mic. That's one thing that I. Hello everyone. So welcome to, my hair is a mess. Welcome to the beginning of Darius's, Arts, Beats, and Eats prep vlog. So one thing that I've been doing this entire week, and I try to drink a lot of tea around the time of a show, whether that be like a concert or a play, a musical, whatever it is. But I try to drink warm things. Like, I'll drink my Pepsi and my cold water occasionally, but I do like to have, some warm tea in my body. And for anyone that knows me, I'm a tea snob. So I like specific teas. So what I've been drinking in preparation for this performance is this little thing right here. I'll show you the box. Is a singer's lifesaver. It's throat coat tea. So throat coat has some really awesome stuff in it. It's created by herbalists, so I think they know what they're doing, and it just makes your throat feel nice and happy. This isn't just some witchcraft that I, made up myself. This is something that even Broadway actors use, what they drink to keep their throats nice and healthy and loose and warm. I actually didn't start drinking. I didn't know about throat coat until I think it was sophomore year of college. I was in my cup almost runneth over. I was in a production of Hair. I want to tell that story in a second, because I need to be showing you what I'm doing. So what I do is I'll put in the honey, I'll drizzle it, which you just saw me do, around the tea bag. And then I know this doesn't help the steeping process, but I like to press the tea bag down to the bottom so all of those good juices get down there. And then I let it sit down there, like I use the spoon. And I'm not even showing you, I'm just saying it. I just kind of let it sit down there. And then what I do is place a plate on top. Alexa, start a timer for 7 minutes.
7 minutes, starting now.
So this is how you make tea. What you do, which I didn't really show you much, but I'm kind of hurrying, is you just put your tea bag in the cup, you pour in your water, either boil it, or you can get what I love, an electric, I'm gonna show you, this is my electric tea kettle. My mom bought me this when I first moved in. It is a lifesaver. And you pour in You pour it into your cup, your mug, whatever, and you can put your honey in beforehand, or you can put it in afterwards. I might put in a little bit more to kind of coat it a little bit. You know, this is the day before the show, so maybe I need a little extra help in there, and I'll make another cup tonight. So I'll show you maybe that process. And yeah, you put something on top of it. Now they actually, I don't know where it is in here, but they actually make cups that come with a lid on the top to help the steeping process. But right now I'm just using a plate. But yeah, what the steeping does is it keeps in all of the nutrients, and you know, it's like, I don't know, witchcraft. No, it's just everything. It kind of keeps in all of that steam and all of that nutrients, and sort of, I don't know the exact verbiage to use, but basically it traps in all of that, all the goodness, and it keeps it in there. So steep your tea. If you go to Starbucks, you go to, well, Teavana doesn't exist anymore, RIP. But any place where tea is being made, if they're making it right, they're going to steep the tea. Also, you notice that when you steep your tea, it tastes a lot better. It tastes a lot stronger. Like if you have a flavor tea, like a berry tea or something, if you steep it, you'll notice that if you don't just drop the tea bag in there and drink it, when you steep it, you actually taste the flavors. You actually taste the berry, because you're letting it prepare itself or whatever. So usually for this type of tea, I like to steep it for I think generally most teas, it's suggested that you do like 5 minutes. I like to do 7 minutes because that's my favorite number. And also it makes a stronger tea. Also, I like to use ginger. So that brings me to this story. So when I was in college, the first university theater show I ever did was a studio production of a musical called Hair. I played Burger, oddly enough. But I was doing great, struggling a little bit because the part was like, this is my range and this is Burger. So Burger was like really, like, it pushed my range a lot, which was a good challenge for me. But I wasn't really using my voice properly. I was pushing it, and not just singing, but projecting my lines. I wasn't doing what I was supposed to. So kids, project, use your diaphragm, or you'll be like me in this story. So I ended up almost losing my voice the night before opening. How great. I could have lost it any day, but I almost lost it the night before opening. So I reached out to Haley, who was the assistant director. I'm trying to remember, was it Haley or somebody? But I know Haley contacted me, and she was like, and she was also Sheila in the show. She was like, you need to shut up. That's what she said, like, you need to shut up. I will be there in just a moment. So she came and she brought me a box of throat coat, ginger root, and I think it was something else, like some honey, like some clover honey or something. And she was like, just cut up pieces of this ginger, put it in with the throat coat, steep it, make some magic happen, drink it, and shut up. And I drank that tea religiously. I drank it before opening night, did well, and I drank it consecutively before every single performance, and I made it through that entire run by the grace of God and the help of Haley McInerney. So thank you so much, Haley. But yeah, so that's where I learned about throat coat, and I try to drink it as much as I can. I haven't drank it as much lately because I haven't had many gigs. But yeah, I've been drinking it literally every day in my tech week, if you will, for this performance. So I don't know. I guess I'll take you along today. I'm gonna try to rehearse with Noah one more time today. Just do a full run of the show. We got about 7 songs in the set, so that's exciting. A little scary, but I'm pumped. Some really good gems. Yeah, I'll take you along for the ride. Good morning. So, this is the day which the Lord hath made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day which the Lord hath made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day. Oh, hello. You gotta sing a little John Rudder to start off your morning. Today is the day. It's the day that I perform at Arts, Beats, and Eats. And that is exciting and a little nerve-wracking. Not in like a bad way, not in like a, ugh, I gotta go do this thing, but in like a, oh my goodness, this is a huge opportunity and one that I didn't really see coming. And it's exciting, but it's like, wow, like that meme of Whitney. It's like, wow, what a moment.
But wow, what a moment I will never forget.
And one that is so pleasing in my career. I love that video.
A moment that is most pleasing to me in my career.
But it's like, wow, what a moment. This is crazy. You have to be personable, you know, and you have to be entertaining. I think today is really a defining moment for me as a solo artist. You know, I would do open mic nights at CMU, and that was just kind of me getting on stage, singing like one, maybe if I was lucky, 2 songs, and kind of introducing myself and whatever. But you know, this is like 7 old songs. Like, this is a whole set. It's gonna fly by, so I'm not too worried. You know, it's not like it's gonna go on forever, but it's definitely exciting. So I promised that I would take you all along for the ride, and I'm going to do that. So this is me getting up. I'm going to quickly make myself a cup of tea. I'm gonna make some throat coat tea, because that's just smart. I went out last night to just not you know, getting crazy. I went to Jazz Fest, but it was a little windy, so I'm gonna make sure everything is okay. I'm gonna make some throat coat, and I'm gonna do what all Broadway stars, at least the ones that I follow, do before a performance. And I'm gonna steam, get her nice and warm, and I'm gonna warm up. Then I'm gonna get showered and head to Noah's place to do one final run through, and then I'll maybe get some shots like during the show. I know I'm gonna film it, but I don't know in what way. So I mean, outside of doing the shots of you all, or for you all, doing shots with you all. Clink, clink. So, yeah, come along for the ride. Oh, I'm tired. That's hot, but it's good. So my morning is starting off on a shitty note. I had to request Uber twice. I requested my Uber at 8:45, 8:46. It is now like 9:10. I've had 2 different Ubers cancel on me for literally no reason. So finally, there's this nice African-American driver. He's showing up. I feel like racism has to do with it, but I'll keep my mouth closed. Thank you all so much for coming out. Up next, we have MJ Rocksteady Setman, so we rock out with him as well. So one more song, This Is Someday. Hope you all enjoy it. Yes. Oh, also, if you'd like to hear more of my music, go to www.dariusbuckley.com. I've got all my videos and stuff on there. I write poetry as well, so you can read some of that. So yeah, check me out. Maybe someday I'll get there. Someday, somewhere. Dreams are dreams stuck in your mind till you breathe them into life. Maybe someday you'll reach those heights, golden stars and neon lights. Maybe someday I will get there. Maybe someday I will fly. Maybe someday I will get there. Maybe someday I will fly. Someday, someday. Oh, someday I will fly. Thank you.
All right. Way to go, buddy. Way to go.
Hey guys, Mike, am I on? Can you hear me? All right, cool beans. I bet your choir misses you. I don't think you need them anymore, my dear.
Girl, the shade of it all.